Hello dear students, welcome back. In this video we are going to discuss about series solution of ordinary differential equation. So let us see the outline of this chapter. First we will discuss about that the classification of the singularity. Second we will discuss about the power series method, and third Frobenius series method. So let us see first the classification of singularity. So first let us understand the analytic point. So here, a function f of x is said to be analytic at x0 if f of x has a Taylor series expansion about x0, and that is given by f of x is equal summation n is equal 0 to infinite, and the derivative at x0 divided by n factorial into x minus x0 raised to n. That means whenever we have given that any kind of function, and if we represent at the particular point the power series representation, that means Taylor series expansion is there, then we can say that the function is analytic at that particular point. So here let us see that the sin x function is there, that we all know that its expansion is x minus x cube divided by 3 factorial plus x raised to 5 divided by 5 factorial and so on. But this is the Taylor series about what, that is the x0 is equal 0. That means this representation says that Taylor series about that origin, and therefore x0 is equal 0 is nothing but analytic point. The same argument that also we can give for the log of 1 plus x. So here what is the expansion of log 1 plus x? So that is x minus x square divided by 2 plus x raised to 3 divided by 3 minus and so on. But this expansion is valid for minus 1 less than x less than 1, that we all know. That means again we can say that this is the Taylor series expansion of this function about that origin, and therefore x0 is equal 0 is nothing but ordinary point, and it is lie between minus 1 to plus 1. And the same argument for here, because this function can be expanded about the origin, and that is we have 1 plus x square and so on, and this is based on the Taylor series expansion, or you can say Maclaurin series. So these are what exactly that the analytic function which are analytic at that the particular point. Now let us move on to the next. Consider a second order ordinary linear differential equation. It should be clear to all of you that we are using that the linear ordinary differential equation. That means the dependent variable and its the differential coefficient are of degree 1, and they are not multiplied together. So that also you can see that dy by dx, d square y by dx square, it has the degree 1. Again dy by dx, again it has the degree 1. And y is also, it has the degree 1, and they are not multiplied together, and therefore this differential equation is nothing but linear. But we are talking about the second order, and that's why we have assumed that the d square y by dx square is there. Now assuming that the p0x is non-zero, so in that case our equation will be what, d square y by dx square plus p1 of x divided by p0x dy by dx plus p2x divided by p0x y is equal 0. Now I call this function as p of x, and I call this function as q of x, and therefore we get the standard form d square y by dx square plus p of x dy by dx plus q of x y is equal 0. Now whenever we have that the second order differential equation, then how to solve? So there are two methods. So first, that is the power series method, and second, that is the Frobenius series method, and these are the series solution of this second order differential equation. So in that case what we have to do, we have to justify that which method is going to be applied. So first let us understand that the ordinary point. If a point x is equal x0 is called that the ordinary point if p of x and q of x both are analytic. Already we have learned about the analytic point. So that means if the function p of x and q of x both are analytic at the particular point, that means we can expand p of x and q of x as a Taylor series about x is equal x0. then and then only we can say that x0 will be analytic for P of x and Q of x. But simply what we are going to understand that whenever we have that the limit x tends to x0 P of x, but we are talking about that the analytic point of this function P of x and Q of x at x is equal x0. And if we get that its image P of x0, that is a finite quantity, as well as limit x tends to x0 Q of x is equal Q of x0, where Q of x0 is also finite quantity, then definitely we can say that the function P of x and Q of x are analytic at x is equal x0, and therefore we can say that the x0 will be the ordinary point. If one of them is not going to, if x is equal to x0 is said to be singular point, that means if one of them, P of x or Q of x, or both are not analytic at x0, that means they are not satisfying that the finite quantity like limit x tends to x0 P of x or limit x tends to x0 Q of x, or both are not finite, then the point will be what? Singular point. Now the thing is that there are two types of the singularity. So we call it the x is equal to x0 is nothing but regular singular point if limit x tends to x0 x minus x0 P of x and limit x tends to x0 x minus x0 square Q of x, if both are the finite quantity, then definitely we can say that x is equal to x0 is nothing but regular singular point. What does it mean by? This means that if I talk about this function and this function, if both are analytic at x is equal to x0, then and then only we can say that x is equal to x0 is the regular singular point. But for our simplicity, I have mentioned here with the limiting concept, so it will be better to you that what we are going to consider when we can say that the function is going to be what? Exactly analytic. Now, if we are going to get limit x tends to x0 x minus x0 P of x or limit x tends to x0 x minus x0 square Q of x, if both are not analytic, if one of them is also not analytic at x is equal to x0, that means it is not going to be the finite quantity, then definitely what we can say that the point is nothing but irregular singular point. So we have seen that whenever we have the second order or differential equation is there, so in that case it can have the ordinary point, it can have the singular point, but singular points can be classified in the two ways, regular and irregular singular points. I hope that it is clear to all of you. Now let us move on to the first counter example, so it will be clear to all of you. So discuss the nature of ordinary and singular points and classify them as the regular or irregular point. So let us see the first question. X raised to cube into x minus 1 y double dash minus 2 times x minus 1 y dash plus 3xy is equal 0. So this is our standard equation number 1. This is a given equation. But our standard equation is nothing but y double dash plus p of x y dash plus q of x y is equal 0. So I have to compare with this. So I want the coefficient of y double dash is nothing but 1. That means I have to divide by this quantity. So what I'm just going to get, y double dash minus 2 times divide by x raised to cube y dash plus 3 times x square into x minus 1 y is equal 0. So it is clear that this is what exactly our p of x and this is going to be our q of x. Now the denominator is going to be 0, then this point will be what? Exactly singular point. That means that function is not well defined. So which are the points where the function is not defined? So we can say x is equal 0 is there, but here two functions are there. So what we are going to consider? We are going to consider only union of these two functions. That means we have that the 0 and 1 are the singular points. Also you can verify that how we can say. So I have said that let us start with limit x tends to 0 p of x. So answer is going to be infinite. That means the point is nothing but singular point. Let us take about the limit x tends to 1. But if you are start with this function, so it is going to be finite, but this function is not going to be finite, that you can see, and therefore it is what exactly x is equal 0 and 1 is nothing but singular point. So whenever we have that the finite quantity of that limiting function p of x and for the q of x, and then only we can say that the function is analytic at the particular point. Otherwise, if one of them, if both are not finite, then it will be the singular point. Now we are here come up with that x is equal 0 and 1 is nothing but singular point, but we have to classify them is the regular or irregular singular point. So in that case what we can, but before that what are the ordinary point? But we have observed that if we have that x is equal 0 and x is equal 1, so function is going to be problem. That means remaining all these points, that will be what exactly ordinary point, and therefore you can write r minus curly in a curly bracket 0 comma 1, and that will be what ordinary point. Now these are 0 and 1 is nothing but singular point, but now we have to classify that is it regular or irregular singular point. So let us first start with the first point, x is equal 0 is equal x0. So we are trying with the limiting concept. This is our defined limit x tends to x0, x minus x0. So for x is equal 0 is equal x0, limit x tends to x0, x minus x0 p of x. But we are talking about x0 is equal, that is the 0. So just replace it here. So limit x tends to 0, x minus 0, and p of x is nothing but minus 2 divided by x raised to cube. So whenever you simplify, so answer is going to be not finite. That means x is equal 0 is nothing but an irregular singular point. Now what about the another point that we have x is equal 1. So let us take x0 is equal 1 and apply that limit x tends to x0, x minus x0 p of x, and limit x tends to x0, x minus x0 square q of x. So let us start with the first x0 is replaced by that is only 1. So what I am just going to get, limit x tends to 1, x minus 1, minus 2 divided by x raised to cube. But if I just replace x is equal 1, so answer is going to be that is a 0, and this is the finite quantity. But what about the another function? So let us take here x0 is equal 1, and after simplifying what we are going to get, x minus 1 times 3 divided by x square. But after taking limit, again we are going to get the same limit, that is the 0, and again it is the finite quantity, and therefore we can say that both the function, this function and these functions are analytic at the point x is equal 1, and therefore it is going to be the regular singular point. Let us see the another question, x times y double dash plus sin x times y is equal 0. So here we have to compare with the standard form, so I have to divide by coefficient of y double dash, and that is we have x, so we are going to divide by x. So we will get the y double dash plus sin x divided by x into y is equal 0, and this is what our representation of the equation number 1. And now I'm just going to compare with these, so I will get p of x is equal 0 and q of x is equal sin x by x. But here we can see that x is equal 0 is going to be a problem. But what about that the function q of x? So don't say that this function is going to be singular point at x is equal 0 but directly, but you should verify it. But how we can verify it? So in that case you have to take the limit x tends to x0 p of x, but we are talking about that if the denominator is here 0, so is it actually the singular point or not? So for that, limit x tends to 0 and p of x is nothing but 0, so answer is going to be 0 and this is the finite quantity. And what about another function, that is the q of x? So limit x tends to x0 q of x, but x0 that we have assumed that only 0, so sin x by x function is there, but we know that its limit is nothing but 1. That means what we have obtained that both the functions are what finite quantity at x is equal, that is the 0. And therefore what we are saying that this function x is equal, this function p of x and q of x also analytic at x is equal 0. What does that mean by this function is also have the ordinary point x0 is equal 0, but without except this point also it is going to be what exactly analytic point, that also you can see. So what we can conclude that there is no such a point on the real line such that p of x and q of x is going to be uh, infinite, but this function does not have, and therefore what we can say whole real line will be the ordinary point. There is no such kind of the singular point, and hence we are not going to discuss about the regular or irregular singular point. Let us move on to the last question. Determine the singular points of the differential equation. So this is our given differential equation and classify them as regular and irregular singular point. So let us first compare with the standard form. So I have to divide by this quantity because I want coefficient of y double dash, that is 1, and we will get this one. So this is equation number 1. So after comparing with the standard form, this is the standard form y double dash plus p of x y dash plus q of x y is equal 0. So we are going to get this is a p of x and q of x. So from the denominator it is clear that x is equal to and x is equal 0 and 2. 0 first 2 and union, that is the 0 and 2. So we have that its union, that is 0 and 2 is nothing but singular point. So you should verify by yourself that exactly x is equal 0 and 2 is the singular point or not. So do your work yourself and verify it. And now we are talking about the ordinary point. So we are obtained that the 0 and 2 is the singular point, but except these 2 points, all the points will be that ordinary point, because the limiting concept will be what? Exactly finite at these except 0 and 2 points. So therefore r minus in curly bracket 0 and 2, and that will be ordinary points. Now if it is the singular points is that, so we have to classify them, is it regular or irregular singular point. So let us first case x is equal 0, that is our x0. So let us start with limit x tends to x0 x minus x0 p of x, but here x0 is nothing but that is a 0, so x minus 0, 3 divided by 2 times x minus 2 square. But after taking the limit, so what we are going to get answer, that is 0, and limiting x minus x tends to x0 x minus x0 square q of x, but here x0 is nothing but that is the 0. So after taking the limit, so what again we are going to get the 0, and both are the finite quantity, and therefore we can say that the x is equal 0 is nothing but regular singular point. But what about that another point, that is x is equal to, that is our x0. So limit x tends to x0 x minus x0 p of x, but while we take the limit x tends to 2 x0 is equal to, and p of x is nothing but that is, you can see that p of x is 3 divided by 2 times x minus 2 raised to power 2, and whenever we take the limit, so 1 x minus 2 will be cancelled out, and in that case limiting is going to be what? 3 divided by that is the 0, and 3 divided by 0 is nothing but infinite. So what we can say, x is equal to is nothing but irregular singular points. So in this video we have discussed about the classification of second order linear ordinary differential equation. Thank you.